Hello, welcome again. Continuing with GATE 2013 Production Industrial Engineering paper, starting with question number 44. A linear programming problem is shown below. Maximize 3x plus 7y subject to 3x plus 7y less than equal to 10, 4x plus 6y less than equal to 8, xy greater than equal to 0. It has A. An unbounded objective function. B. Exactly one optimal solution. C. Exactly two optimal solutions. Infinitely many optimal solutions. Okay. So first of all, drawing its constraint. Taking y equal to 0, x will be 10 by 3. So this will be this point. Okay. And taking x is equal to 0, y will be here 10 by 7. So this will be this point. Okay. From the 40. Okay. And as 0 0, we put x equal to 0, y equal to 0. As 0 0 is less than this 10, so this feasible region will be in this direction. Okay. And now again drawing other constant, taking y is equal to 0, x will be your 2. Okay, this is your 2. And taking y is equal to uh, taking x is equal to 0, x will be 8 by 6 or 1.33 again. Okay, so this will be 1.33. Okay, as 0 0 y is less than 8. Okay, so this will be its feasible region. Okay, so the common region between these two will be this region, that shaded region. That's okay. So the solution space is your OAB. So to find out the maximum value of 3x plus 7y, we will find out the maximum value. We find out the value at B as A. So at B, ZB is your sorry at B it will be uh, at B y is your 1.33. Okay, and z is 7 by. Okay, so 7 into 1.33, this will be your 9.33. Okay, at A, this will be 3 into 2. Okay, that is 6. Z is your 6. Okay, this is your 6. Okay, add 0 to 0. Okay, so these are so out of these maximum value is 9.33. So it has so this at this line there are different values and the maximum value is at B. Okay, so answer here 9.33. Okay, so it has the maximum value at B. So there's only one optimal solution, that is at point B. So answer is here B. Next, consider two machine flow where the jobs are first processes in machine X and then in machine Y in the same sequence. The processing time of four jobs 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the machine are job 1 processing time, machine X and machine Y 6 5, and then 3 4 for job 2, and then 3 4 for 3 7 6, and then 4 4 5. Okay, so the sequence of the jobs or machine that minimize the make spend. So we have to determine a sequence that minimizes the make spend. So options are 2 3 1 4, B 1 2 3 4, C 2 1 3 4, and D 3 1 4. Okay. So this is the this problem is solved by using Johnson's rule. Okay. So take out the minimum time. So the minimum time is your uh, out of all the times. Okay. So the minimum time is your 3 for machine X and for job 2. Okay. So this job is assigned to the to machine X. Okay. Or this is the your first. This machine is your first machine and this machine is second machine. So this job take out as this sorry, minimum time is on the first machine. So this job will be processed first. Okay. So this will be on machine. This is the first job. Okay. Then the next minimum time is your this code. Okay. So, but at this code is also the minimum time because this job has been assigned to machine X or assigned to at the first place. So we will not consider this. So other minimum time is the fourth, and that is on second machine. As it is on second machine, so it will be assigned last. Okay. So this is the fourth job. So the fourth job will be assigned uh, will be carried out at last. Okay. Whenever the minimum time comes on this, then the take it from left side or from the starting, and whenever the minimum time comes out on the second machine, then it is the last one. Okay. Or okay. Okay. Now the next minimum time is your uh, next minimum time is your this we have assigned. This we have assigned. We have five. Okay. Or we can say next minimum time is five. Okay. So and it is on second machine or machine Y. Okay. So this will be assigned uh, just before last. Okay. So last is your fourth, so this will be assigned here. Okay, as it is on second machine, so we'll start from here. Okay, as when it is on first machine, we'll kind of in this way. Okay, so this is your one. Okay, so and only job left now is your third job. So this will be assigned after two. Okay, so the correct sequence is 2 3 1 4. 2 3 1 4. So answer is your A. Okay, next. Match the correct pair group 1 and group 2. P man machine chart. 1 determines the standard time of jobs. Q learning curve finds the preferred method of doing work. R time study measure work management. Motion study shows idle time. So answer is your D. So this is very best question. Man machine chart is used for uh, to show the idle time. Okay, and learning curve is uh, measure the work improvement. Okay, time study determine the standard time, and motion study find the correct method to do work. Okay, next, if firm produces 120 units of product in every 8 hour shift, four operations as given below are needed to manufacture each unit of product. Operations are PQRS precedence none P, P, Q, R, and processing time 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 3. Okay. The above operations are assigned to workstation such that one or more operations are performed in each workstation. Only one unit of the product will be processed in each workstation at a time. Minimum number of workstations that will achieve the product target without violating the precedence constraint is option A1, option B2, option C3, and option D4. Okay. So first of all, we have to draw this network. So as P is the first job, so it is first job. Okay. And R is the second job, and it comes to its precedence is P. So will draw here. Okay. And similarly, the precedence of uh, Q is your P, so it will draw here. Okay. And then S is the presence of S is your Q and R, so we'll draw here. Okay. So here we can see that this is the critical part 1, 4, 3. Okay. Or duration is your 1 plus 4 plus 3, that is 8. Okay. So this is in hour, so it is in minute is your 8 to 60. Okay. So one job can flow from here. Okay. So PRs can be from a single workstation. Okay. For Q will be and and this will be so this will be 8. Okay. And so one job will take 8 hours. Okay. In a similar time, In the similar time, sorry, in the same time, the Q part can be performed on other workstation. Okay, so uh, as time available is your 120, as time available is your as there are 120 units of product, okay, and 8 hours of shift. So the time is your 120 to 8 hours. 120 as we have to produce 120 units, okay, in 8 hours. And for this time is in minute. Okay, so this time is in minute. So one component takes 1 8 minute. Okay, here, and the time available is your 8 into in on works on one workstation. Sorry, time available is 8 into 60. Okay, and this this is the time for one job. Okay, so the 120 into 8 will be the time for 120 units. Okay, and in the same time, the this 2 minute can be for one job can be assigned to other workstation. So the number of workstation will be 120 into 8 divided by 8 into 60, that will be 2. Okay, so in the subsequent time the queue can be produced on other workstation, so number of workstation will be with 3. Okay. Next, 49, 48 and 49. A disc of 200 mm outer diameter and 80 mm inner diameter is phased at a speed of zero point 0.1 mm per revolution with a depth of cut of 1 mm. The phasing operation is undertaken at constant cutting speed of 90 meters per minute in a CNC lathe. The main tangential cutting force in is 200 Newton. Neglecting the contribution of field force towards cutting power, the specific cutting energy in joule per mm cube. Option A 0.2, option B 2, or option C 200, option D 2000. Okay. Assuming approach and over travel, the cutting tool to be zero, the machining time in minutes is. Okay. So the feed is here 0.1 mm per revolution, and cutting speed is this. Okay. And diameter is an outer diameter is your 200 mm and inner diameter is 80 mm. Okay, so average diameter is your 140 mm. Okay, now the cutting speed we take average cutting speed is given as 19 meter per minute. So from this we can from this average cutting speed and average diameter of the cutting unit and the RPM. So RPM is your 24.7 or 205. Okay, and the feed in mm per revolution is just 0.1 mm per revolution. So feed in uh, so the feed in mm. Okay, so the feed in meter per revolution can be found out. Okay, from this. Okay, so meter per mm per minute can be found out by multiplying f into n. Okay, so the tangential force is 200 Newton. Energy is nothing but tangential force into velocity or cutting speed. Okay, and metal removal rate is your d into t into d. So d is your depth of cut, t is thickness, and v is velocity. Okay. Now in the question number 48, it has been asked about so it is about specific cutting energy. So specific cutting energy is Ft into V. Okay, divided by metal removal rate per second. Okay, so sorry, metal removal rate. So power into power divided by metal removal rate. So VV cancel out. So it will be Ft by V into T. So Ft is your 200. Okay, and D is your 1 mm change into meter, and thickness is your 0.1 mm change into meter. So specific energy will be 2 joules per mm cube. Now for the second cost part, we have to calculate uh, the feed in mm per minute. Okay, if you multiply F into N, so this will be 20.47 mm per minute. Okay, so distance traveled during precipitation, as the diameter is your uh, in the outer diameter D, inner diameter is small d. Okay, or there are 280. So the distance traveled during facing operation will be d minus d by 2. Okay, as okay, you can imagine that then the diameter when a hollow bar is faced. Okay, so this is your distance traveled and this is your speed. Okay, so the machining time will be your 60 minus 60 divided by, so this is your distance travel, this is your speed or speed in m per minute. So this will be your 2.93 minute. Okay, so answer is your A. We have neglected approach and overturn. One pass. Next, the demand for soap at a retailer is 40 kilograms per day. The retailer buys soap from a company in bulk at the cost of rupees 50 per kg. The retailer incurs a cost of rupees 200 to a piece and order to company, and holding cost is 0.1 per kg per day to store the soap. To store the soap. The lead time between placing and receiving of orders is 3 days. The retailer's current ordering policy is to order 200 kg every 5 days. To avoid the stockout situation, the retailer needs to place orders when the inventory level drops to option A 40, B 60, C 80, D 120. If the retailer uses an optimal order policy to minimize the total cost, the saving in rupees in total cost is compared to current policy will be option A 10, option B 20, option C 40, and option D 50. Okay. So here the ordering cost is 200. Okay, and the holding cost is 0.1 per kg per order. Okay, and lead time is given as 3 days, and the demand per day is just 40 kg. Now to avoid the stock out, first part, to avoid the stock out, retailer needs to place an order when inventory level drop to demand per day into lead time. Okay, demand per day is your 40 and lead time is your 3. Okay, so that is your answer 120 kg. Okay, now in the second question, uh, as the retailer current order policy is 200 kg for every 5 days. Okay. In the second question, now consider demand a cycle of 30 days. Okay. So demand for 30 days is 40 into 30. So as per day demand is 40. So demand for 30 days is 1200. Okay. So let Q be the economic total quantity and total cost is 40 into 30 into 50. That is unit price. Okay. Add this is 40 to 30 by Q into 200. This is your uh, this is your number of order. This is holding cost. And this is your holding cost. Okay. So for minimum cost, we get economic order quantity differentiating it with respect to T with respect to Q, and then equating it to 0, we get Q as 400. Okay. So the economic order quantity is 400 now, but he was placing the order for order quantity as 200. Okay. So now the total cost will be this. So for total variable, we will exclude this. Okay, because this is not the not included in minimizing cost. Okay, so the now the total cost is sorry total variable cost is this 40 to 30 into 200 by this sorry now it is 40 to 30 into 200 by 400, and 20 into, sorry, 200. Sorry, it is 200. Q by 2 is 200 into 30 into 1.1. Now, when he uses economic order quantity, then the cost is your this. Okay. And when he was placing the order according to 200, okay, then this is 40 into 30 by Q into 200, okay, and 200 into 5, okay, 200 into 1.5, 30 into Q by 2 into, okay. So this is the saving in cost. So this is according to 200 and this is according to 400. So the total saving in cost will be difference of two, okay, that is 300 in 1 month, okay, and in 1 day it is 10 rupees. So answer is your 10. Okay. Next, a project consists of 7 activities whose duration and independent normal random variable as shown in the table below. The activities are identified by their beginning node I and ending node j. Activity node I, node j, 1 2 1 3 2 3 2 4 3 4 3 5 4 5. Okay, mean time duration 6 9 2 8 7 8 4. Standard deviation 1 2 0.5 0.5 1 1 1. Okay, the critical path of the project based on the mean time activity duration. Option A 1 2 3 4 5. Option B 1 2 3 5. Option C 1 3 5. Option D 1 3 4 5. Okay. If psi denotes the cumulative distribution function of the standard random variable, the probability that all the activity on critical path based on the mean time activity duration are completed in 22 days is option A psi inverse 0.333, option A psi inverse 0.18 or 0.816, option C psi inverse 1.664, option D psi inverse 2.285. Okay. So first of all, drawing the network. So 1 2 is your 6. So 1 2 is your 6. Okay. And these are the initial activities. And 2 3 1 3 is your 9. So 1 3 is your 9. Okay. And then 2 3 is your 2. 2 3 is your 2. Okay. And then 2 4 is your 8. 2 4 is your 8. Okay. This is 2 4. Similarly, 3 4 is your 7 and 3 5 is your 8. 3 4 7, 3 4 7 and 3 5 4. Sorry, 3 5 8. Okay. And last one is your 4 5 4 4 5 4. So this is the network. Okay. From this we can see that we calculate the duration. So this is your 9. Okay. And this is your 9 plus 7, 16, and this is your 4. Okay. 16 plus 20 days. Okay. So here 8 plus 6 plus 8, 14, 18, and here 9 plus 8, 17. So maximum duration will be in this class 1, 3, and 4. So this will be the critical path. This is your answer. 20 days. Okay. So now the in the second question, as the project has been completed in 20 days according to critical path, so the probability of getting it completed at in 15 days is just 50%. Okay. So this is your, and in this activity 1 3 is your 9 days. Okay. Take the critical path 1 3 9 days and standard deviation is 2 and variation is your 4. Okay. And similarly the 3 4 duration is 7 days, standard deviation 1, variance 1. And similarly in 4 5 the standard duration is 4, standard deviation is 1, and variance is 1. Okay, so the total variance is just 6. Okay, now to calculate the cumulative function. So cumulative function of standard random variable for the project to be completed in 20 days. Now the project has been completed in 20 days and its probability is just 0.5 or the cumulative function is just 0.5. For 20 days the cumulative function is just 0.5. Okay. Now, now to complete it in 22 days, we'll take 22 days and mean that is 20 and divided by variance. Okay, we'll calculate this point. This is 0.33. Okay. Now to complete it in 20 days, it is 0.5 and to 22 days, it will be 0.5 plus this cumulative function. Okay, okay, or z. This is 0.33. So probability of this of completing is if it is if you are if it has been asked that it is to find the cumulative function for 18 days, then we will subtract this. Okay, then will it will come out as negative. So then the probability will be less as it has been asked that the project to find out the cumulative function to complete the project in 22 days. Okay, then as it is more than 20 days and for 20 days probability is 0.5 and for 22 days it will be more than 0.5. Okay, so it is there are more chances to complete the project in 22 days rather than 20. Okay, so for the completing function the probability is your pi inverse 0.83. Okay, so answer is your B answer. Nearest option is B. Next, question number 54 and 55. In orthogonal turning of a bar of 100 mm diameter with a speed of 0.25 mm per revolution, depth of cut of 4 mm and cutting velocity of 90 meters per minute it is observed that the main tangential cutting force is perpendicular to the friction force acting at the chip tool interface. The main tangential cutting force is 1500 Newton. The orthogonal drag angle of the tool in degree is A0, B 3.58, C 5, D 7.16. Okay. And question number 55. The normal force acting at the chip tool interface is Newton is option A 1000, B 1500, and C 2000 and D 25. Okay, so this is your merchant circle diagram. This is FC. This is cutting force. This is tangential force. This is normal force, and this is shear force. This is normal reaction. This is friction force. This is your friction angle. This is your jack angle. This is your shear angle. Okay, so it is given that uh, tangential force, tangential cutting force is perpendicular to the friction force. Okay, so here the friction force is your F and this is your FC. Okay, when this F and FC are perpendicular, so then F will become equal to Ft and this N will become equal to Fc. Okay, and this alpha will become 0. Okay, so because this will remain same in all the cases. So this is the resultant of Fc and Ft or Fn and Fs, F and M. Okay, so this is the resultant. Okay, so alpha will be 0. So answer for question number 54 is that 0. Okay, and when this will become perpendicular, so Ft will be equal to F and sorry, F will be Ft will be equal to F and Fc will be equal to N. Okay, so as N is your 1500. Okay, so the normal sorry as Fc is your 1500, so N will be your 1500. Okay, so as Fc I will be equal to Ft. Okay, so answer is your B. Okay, thank you very much. It's all about question paper. Gear 2021 2014. Okay, thank you.